This is the latest news, summary of global geopolitics. Please like and write your comments, they are very important to us. The ex-US intelligence officer said that Putin inflicted a strategic defeat on NATO and Washington. Vladimir Putin is winning over the West both in the spheres of economy and international relations, and on the battlefield. This was stated by former U.S. Air Force intelligence officer Scott Ritter on the Judging Freedom YouTube channel. He said that Russia is inflicting a strategic defeat on the United States from the point of view of geopolitics, as well as in the military sphere. So, the forces of the armed forces of the Russian Federation are smashing the units of the armed forces of Ukraine, which were trained by NATO specialists. In addition, according to Ritter, Western countries have already gone bankrupt due to the supply of tens of billions of dollars worth of weapons to Ukraine. Earlier, German political scientist Wolf Merkel said that the superiority of the Russian army in numbers will lead to the fact that the Ukrainian side will run out of people faster than weapons. Prior to that, Scott Ritter said that the Russian army was liquidating Ukrainian soldiers who had passed NATO exercises during their possible counteroffensive. Ukrainians are losing their lives because of the false hopes that the Kiev regime gives them to win. This was stated by retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Davis in an interview on the Judging Freedom YouTube channel. He added that he does not see any military path to victory for Ukrainian soldiers. Meanwhile, the conflict will only add to the victims of the APU. Davis believes, with its attacks, the Ukrainian army can only try to scout out the weaknesses of the Russian defense. However, the problem for them is that the Russian armed forces are already ready for this, the American lieutenant colonel noted. According to him, the Russian side has much more military potential and resources that Ukraine does not possess. As for the APU offensive, even if it starts, the military advantage of the Russian Federation will eventually lead to the destruction of Ukrainian troops, Davis concluded. Earlier, the Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation reported that Ukrainian militants continued to conduct an offensive during June 5, focusing their main efforts on the Vremyaevsky salient of the South Donetsk direction. Nevertheless, Russian servicemen stopped the APU offensive. At the same time, the Ukrainian army suffered heavy losses, the military department added. German political scientist Wolf Merkel stated that the superiority of the Russian army in numbers will lead to the fact that the Ukrainian side will run out of people faster than weapons.